With the latest on a potential return to WWE and more, this is Wrestling Hub. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Before we get into the rest of the video, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Hub and turn on all notifications to stay up to date with everything in the world of pro wrestling. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Hub Official and follow us on Twitter at Wrestling_Hub. For an update on Jade Cargill following her appearance on NXT last night, PW Insider reported that Jade Cargill is back at the WWE Performance Center training today. Mentioning if we will be seeing John Cena at the upcoming WWE Premium Live event, it was said that Ringside News was able to confirm with a tenured member of the WWE creative team that John Cena is booked to wrestle at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia. He is not wrestling Roman Reigns, but he will be on the card. Ringside News exclusively reported John Cena started talking to WWE about a return as soon as the Screen Actors Guild and American Federation of Television and Radio Artists strike started. They were able to work something out, and Cena was soon booked for 2 months worth of television appearances. John Cena admitted that he will leave WWE once the strike is over. The Writers Guild was able to figure things out, but the Screen Actors Guild is still working on their deal. Speaking of the Crown Jewel event, this was said regarding Brock Lesnar making an appearance on the show. Ringside News reached out to confirm Brock Lesnar's status for WWE Crown Jewel on November 4th. We were told that the Beast Incarnate is not booked for the Saudi Arabian event. Brock Lesnar's last match was against Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. It was reported after that he would be back, and then Ringside News exclusively reported more details about the situation. It appears that break for the Beast Incarnate is going to continue. Since WWE has no December Premium Live event, that only leaves Survivor Series as the last big show of 2023 for Brock Lesnar's possible appearance. We have not been able to confirm that Lesnar will miss Survivor Series, but the first report of his hiatus was that he would take the rest of 2023 off. On Talk is Jericho, Adam Copeland discussed the initial booking plan for the Judgement Day, saying, "When we were doing Judgment Day, the plan was that Balor joins and about a year later they all turn on me. Well, then I got to Hell in a Cell and it was like, no, we're changing everything and we're speeding up that year-long process, and he's joining tomorrow and turning tomorrow. And it was just starting to find some legs, but it was going to be swimming upstream with me in it. It really was. I started to have that realization. It's like, I don't think they're going to get to where they need to get to with me in this thing. People know the real story, and that was an instance where I did try and flip everything, change it all overnight, cut my hair off, change the music, and start coming out in suits. I tried changing everything, and I realized at this stage it's not what they want, at least for me. They wanted to be able to cheer for this guy that they didn't get for 9 years. Reflecting on not having his previous in-ring name from WWE now that he is in AEW, Adam Copeland told Talk is Jericho, "To me, Edge was always a character. Like, even in this last run, it was basically me out there. And I mean, I'd even say in promos, this is pretty much Adam at this stage. Edge was just a name. It's odd, I guess, to kind of put that skin on over the years. But again, with this last round, I don't feel like it really was. It really just felt like everyone knows my story. Everyone knows the real story behind it, which is all Adam. So that kind of, like all of the real rated R stuff, that kind of gets left behind. Now, it's just the person behind the performer that's almost front and center, and that had never been the case before. But it was also kind of freeing because it wasn't trapped within a character now, and that's what it feels like over here. It feels like just the possibilities are wide open, and that's fun. You know, there are so many different paths we can go, and when I'm reading a book, right, I love when I don't don't know where it's going to go, and there's a bunch of different ways it could go, and you start to guess, okay, where are they going? Where's the writer going to take this? That, to me, is really fun, and I feel like we have that opportunity here. So I have a long game idea, and I can't wait for it. But all of this stuff sets that up. But even in thinking about it, I always think of the package. So let's give them some moments for the package. And what are those moments? Yeah, they're just little seeds, and we will water them as we go, and when the time's right, then we really water them, and now, okay, that's the direction we're going. With him and Oprah Winfrey on the receiving end of criticism for requesting that those from the working class donate to their wildfire fund for Maui, The Rock has now addressed this in a video on Instagram.
Hey everybody, I got some pretty good updates for you regarding our People's Fund of Maui. I got some great news, some awesome news actually, that I'm very grateful to share with you guys. And the news is this: the thousands and thousands of survivors, the families, they have now, over the past couple of weeks, started to receive their first round of funds. They're receiving their money, and I got to tell you, it's been the most gratifying and moving thing is receiving all the messages, all the videos, and the messages from the survivors, from the families, of course, whose lives have been devastated by the horrific fires that hit our island of Maui. Thank you guys so much for the incredible messages. I realized right away of what this actually means, and what it means to all of you, as all of you have expressed to me, is that this is a step. And for many of you, it's the first step in getting back up on your feet and taking those first couple of steps of life and getting your life back and taking control back of your life. And what that means. So thank you so much for your incredible messages. I'm so grateful that you guys have started to receive your first round of funds. I also want to take a moment to acknowledge all the messages that I did receive, because I pay attention to everything and I take receipts. I keep receipts. Is when we first launched the fund, there was some backlash that came with launching the fund. And I want to address and acknowledge that backlash right now. And here's what I have to say about that. I get it. And I completely understand. And I could have been better. And next time I will be better. And I understand, money ain't falling out of the sky and it's not growing on trees. And there's a lot of people out there who's living paycheck to paycheck. And I get it, and I know what that's like. I've lived paycheck to paycheck. $7, I know. I know what that's like. And when you are living paycheck to paycheck, I don't want to speak for everybody, I'll speak for myself, but I feel it's connected. When you're living paycheck to paycheck, I was easily pissed off and I was frustrated. And the last thing you want to hear when you are living paycheck to paycheck is someone asking you for money, especially when the person asking you for money already has a lot of money. So I get it. I understand. I'd never launched a fund before, but I'm a quick study and lesson learned. So thank you. And I also feel that's one of the greatest things about my social media platforms and the transparency that we have and the relationship that we have, that we keep it real. If I do something and you guys love it, you let me know. Rock, we love it, let's roll. If I do something and you hate it, you let me know. Rock, we hate it. Don't ever do that shit again. Again, lesson learned, I'm a quick study. Thank you, I appreciate that. And I will say that the most important thing about this message is the fact that the families have been getting their money and that they are getting back up on their feet. And why it's so moving to me and so important to me is that when we're down and we rise back up and we do it together, we'll become one. And when we become one, we become stronger. And in that is a reflection of who we are as Polynesian people. It's like deep in here, that's our mana and our spirit and our strength that we get from our ancestors. So I'm so proud of our community and our culture. I love you guys. Thank you. I can't wait to come back home to the islands of Hawaii. I can't wait to get back to Maui and see everybody and give you hugs. And I can't wait to get to one of my favorite gyms in the world, the Maui Powerhouse. You guys stay strong. I got some gifts coming for you. Okay, Maui, stay strong. I love you. Aloha.
Asked when she will make a return to WWE, Bianca Belair said this to Rolling Out. Hopefully I'll be back on Smackdown sometime soon. In the coming future, we got me and my husband. We have a Hulu show coming out, a reality series, so be on the lookout for that. Just a lot of exciting things for the future. Staying on the topic of comebacks, Trish Stratus explained what it would take to see her have another run for WWE, noting during a Q&A at the Big Texas Comic-Con. But again, I've been asked by people here, are you coming back? Do you want to do another run? But this is the thing. I'm like, the boxes it has to check. One is the creative. What is the creative? What am I going to come back and do? Is it going to check these boxes? So I always turn it back to people and go, I might go back, but who should I face? Tell me, I want to know. In an update on the rumors and reports of CM Punk having talks with WWE to make a return to the company, Dave Meltzer noted on Wrestling Observer Radio that they turned him down. He wanted to go there, and the decision was a no. It can always change, and it was brought up to me, there's no such thing as no forever when it comes to WWE, but it's no for now. That was the decision that was made. It's Vince's decision. Vince, Nick Khan, Paul Levesque, and obviously they decided that the negatives outweighed the positives. And this was your Pro Wrestling News Update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later.